We were on a field trip, busload of kids in an enclosed environment, and it was a long trip. And during that time, unfortunately, he was coughing. There was no cell phone service, and I seen that I had missed all these calls. The majority of the calls were from the Department of Public Health, and they sounded real serious about getting in contact with me. It wasn't until we arrived back into Fresno, again another 3.5 hours later, that I was able to get a hold of the nurse from Public Health, and she did in fact confirm that Jonathan was diagnosed with the whooping cough.
Whenever I coughed, I had to try to breathe again, and it was very hard because the cough hurt my throat, and then it made it even worse that I couldn't breathe easily.
He would cough. You would hear that whooping sound when he was trying to grasp for air, and he would throw up. And I felt so helpless because there wasn't anything that I could do to help him. And we were up pretty much most of the night with his coughing and vomiting. One of those initial stages of the illness. He'd go to bed, toss and turn for about another half hour, and then again the fierce bout of coughing accompanied with the vomiting. He had to be out of school for a full 2 weeks before they allowed him to return. All after-school activities were cut off. And normally this house is running amok with children, with his cousins or friends from school, and that all had to be cut off for 2 weeks.
I missed a lot of tests for school, and that was kind of hard to bring up my grades. And when there was a special occasion for something, I couldn't go to it because I had to stay home because I couldn't risk anybody else getting the whooping cough. I was just by myself. I couldn't do very much because I was sick and I had no control. Sleep, I think that was the best part of the day because usually part of the day it was coughing, eating, and when I ate, I threw up. So sleeping was one of the best parts because I didn't cough. I coughed a lot, but I didn't throw up. I didn't at night it was kind of easier for me to breathe.
And that went on for maybe about 4 or 5 nights. The pertussis can be passed on to babies that are unable to be immunized. So the best protection that they can get is to get immunized themselves and to ensure that their children get immunized as well.